Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're dissecting a ghost story to really understand the anatomy of a perfect scare. We're going to break down how this one chilling tale is built, piece by piece, to prey on our deepest fears, and what makes it so darn effective.
So let's just start with a scene. The slide asks in Hindi, midnight, a deserted train, are you scared? I mean, you can picture it, right? That feeling instantly puts you on edge. The rattle of the tracks, the flickering lights, and that sense of being completely and utterly alone. It's a classic horror setup for a very, very good reason.
And the story taps into a fear that is so real, especially for our protagonist. She's a working woman just trying to get home. Her anxiety isn't just in her head, it's rooted in a very specific and very real danger. Okay, let's dive into this. So, first up, we have what the story calls the terror of the night train. And what's interesting is this story doesn't really rely on jump scares. No, it carefully, slowly builds this atmosphere of pure dread around a single person facing a very real threat. So, our story is all about this woman, right? She's rushing to catch the very last train home. This isn't a choice for her, it's a necessity. And you can just feel the anxiety radiating off her. The carriage is empty, it's way past midnight, and she knows deep down she's vulnerable. 4. Now, this is where it gets really specific. This slide really quantifies her fear. This isn't just some vague feeling that something might happen. No. In the last month alone, 4 other working women have been murdered on this exact same train route. The threat isn't just possible, it's a pattern. But her fear isn't just about what might happen tonight. Oh no, it's way deeper than that. It's tied to what she's already seen. This is what the story calls a terrible memory. And this is where a whole new layer of terror comes in. Guilt. So get this. Just a month ago, she witnessed a group of men assault another woman on this very train and throw her from the speeding carriage. She saw the whole thing happen, but she was paralyzed by fear. She stayed silent. She never went to the police. And that inaction has been haunting her ever since. And what's so fascinating is that her inaction, well, it's not just some character flaw. It's a known psychological principle right here, the bystander effect. She froze, just like the other passengers. And that personal guilt, it becomes the engine for all the terror that's about to come. It makes her an active part of the horror, not just someone it's happening to. And now, this is where the story brilliantly shifts gears. It goes from her internal memory, her guilt, to an immediate external threat. Her absolute worst nightmare, the one she's been replaying in her mind, starts to unfold right in front of her. So the carriage is almost empty. It's just her and one other young woman who looks like she's sleeping near the door. And then 2 men get on. Their faces are covered. And just like that, the atmosphere goes from anxious to actively hostile. And this sequence is it's methodical, it's terrifying. And you notice what's happening, right? It's mirroring the exact crime our protagonist saw before. It's forcing her to confront her own helplessness, her past failure, all over again. But right when the situation seems completely hopeless, when you think that terrible cycle is about to repeat itself, the story pulls a stunning reversal. The entire power dynamic of this scene is about to get flipped completely on its head. So one moment, the girl is begging for her life. She is the perfect image of a helpless victim, at the total mercy of her attackers. And our protagonist can only sit there and watch in horror. And then, in the very next moment, the scene just shatters every expectation you have. With a shocking burst of strength, the man holding the girl is the one who goes flying out of the speeding train. The victim is now standing there holding a gun. I mean, this slide shows the transformation perfectly from the helpless shikar, the victim, to the armed shikari, the hunter. The second attacker is overpowered in an instant. Just like that, the roles have been completely reversed. So the police arrive at the next station to investigate, and this is where the final, chilling piece of the puzzle falls right into place. This is where the story elevates from a simple revenge tale to something much more supernatural. Our protagonist, obviously shaken, is being questioned by the police when she sees it. An old, crumpled newspaper clipping lying under a seat. You know, a detail she had totally overlooked in her fear, but now it's impossible to ignore. The headline describes one of the recent murders, specifically the very crime she had witnessed a month ago, and the article, well, it includes a picture of the victim from that night. And here it is, the final chilling twist. The woman who just delivered this brutal, swift justice wasn't some random vigilante. The image reveals she was the ghost of that past victim, the very woman our protagonist saw die. She came back to exact her own revenge. So when you pull it all apart, this isn't just a ghost story, is it? It masterfully weaves together this deep psychological terror, that guilt, the bystander effect, with this powerful craving for justice. It's a supernatural revenge fantasy that only works because it's born from a very real-world failure. Which really leaves us with a final provocative thought. Why do stories like this hit us so hard? Is it because when official justice fails, the idea of supernatural revenge is maybe the only comfort we have? A question to think about. Thanks for joining this explainer.